So question 20, here's a right angle triangle, calculate the size of the angle marked X, give your answer correct to 1 decimal place. So, what we look at this, and it's just a right angle triangle, so we should use some trigonometry. Remember the key formulas, SOHCAHTOA. We have the hypotenuse here, we have the adjacent here, and we have the opposite here. What can we use? We have the adjacent and the hypotenuse, so we can use cos. So we say cos this angle X is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse. So this is 5/8. So this means that cos to the minus 1 of cos X equals cos to the minus 1 of 5/8, which is then, so we have X equals cos to the minus 1 5/8, which is then equal to, put it in our calculator, make sure it's in degree mode, so cos to the minus 1 5/8 equals 51.32, and we're asked to give it to 1 decimal place, so 51.3. And with all these things, I know the diagram doesn't say it's accurately drawn, it's not accurately drawn, but you should get a feel that, like, oh, does this look about 51 degrees? Yeah, it probably is. It's 51.3. The next part, so again here it says calculate the value of y, give your answer correct to 1 decimal place. Again, we can use SOHCAHTOA. What do we know here? This is the opposite, this is the adjacent, and we have the angle. So we have the opposite and adjacent, we can use tan. So we know tan, the angle 40 degrees, is equal to y over 12.5, the adjacent. So 12.5 times it by tan 40 is equal to y, which is then equal to, again, correct to 1 decimal place, we do 12.5 on our calculator, times it by tan 40, we get 10.5, correct 1 decimal place. And again, with all these things, you just got to say, how does that, you just look at your answers and you have to think, is that sensible? And it probably is in this case, because this is 12.5 centimeters, and yeah, I know this isn't drawn accurately, but this is definitely isn't greater than 12.5, so it's going to be less, and if it's not less by that much, so it's 10.5.